Glide basic button multi-select filtering. So we're going to use an apartment app for sample here. So when I have all selected, all of our apartments are showing. One bedroom, only the one bedrooms are showing. Same thing, two bedroom, and 3+ bedrooms, anything over. So I'm going to show you how we build that. So let's start from scratch. So I'm going to go to my Google Sheet. This is our basic Google Sheet here. Title, bedrooms, price, and picture. We're going to have to make some edits to that. Now we're going to go to Glide here, and we're going to delete everything out of here and build it from scratch, so you see exactly how we're doing this. Special thanks to Jeff Hagar in the forums who helped me understand how this works. It took me a long time, so hopefully this helps you. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to create a choice. We need to create our buttons. Okay, so we're going to create a choice field. We're in the details view, by the way. When you create a new page, you just go to details view. So within the details view, this is our choice field. So this is going to be our buttons. Okay, now we have to hook those up. So we're going to make this buttons. You can see all of a sudden we have weird stuff. Well, that's because it's not hooked up. So we need to put in our button data as a new column in our spreadsheet. So we're going to do that. We're going to go to our spreadsheet. We're going to paste our button data. So our filter is going to be 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3+ bedrooms. These are going to be the button values that we're going to use. Okay, so we want to go back into Glide and into our choice field. And we're going to hook that up. Oh, you know what? I have to refresh here because I changed some things. So let me refresh my data. New columns, yes. Okay, now we're refreshed. All right, filter. Okay, so now we selected the filter, and that's from our spreadsheet that we just updated. Now it's pulling our filter values, and it's displaying as, obviously, our filter values. Now this column here really screwed me up. Data. This choice field wants to write. So like think of like a form where you'd use a multi-choice or whatever. It wants to write to the database. We're kind of using it in a different way. So we have to put a place for this choice selector to write to kind of a dump file. So we're going to go back to our Glide database and we're going to create a dump file for our choice selector to write to. So we're going to put in dump. Now this has to be user specific. Now the reason for that is if it's not user specific, say 10 people have the app open and one person clicks to filter, within about 5 seconds that filter is going to change across all open apps. So 9 people would get the filter that one person selected. So if they're all clicking the button, the filter would go crazy. So it has to be user specific. Now in order to do that, Glide is going to force row IDs. So we've just tried to create this user specific dump column. It wants us to create row IDs. So we're going to do that. We're going to add row IDs. So it just created row IDs. But it did not create the column we want. So we're going to go in again and we're going to put dump and we're going to make it user specific, and now this time it'll work. Okay, so we've just created our dump column. So that's where our multi-choice filter is going to write to. I know it sounds complicated, it just has to work this way. So what happens is when you click this this choice, it's going to write. Now right now it's writing to title. We want to write it to dump. So when I click 2 bedroom, if we go to our database, in time, it's not going to be instant, but it's going to write 2 bedroom here. See that? It just wrote 2 bedroom. Okay, so now then we're going to use that value and we're going to pull that, we're going to use that value to show our lists. Now I'm using what Robert Petito had done, which is multi-inline lists. Some people may not like this, but this is the way we're going to do it. So I'll just set this up dummy quick here, price, title, and bedrooms at the bottom. Okay, so there's all our listings. Okay, so this sheet, in this list, we're going to show all properties showing. This is just so the user knows what they've selected. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 4 inline lists, and 1 is going to correspond with each button. So right now we're working on the all list. I know it sounds cumbersome, but this just works for Glide. So visibility, this is going to show when dump, which is what we wrote from the selector. So user uses the selector. Now if they say it's going to be empty, so if they click this, dump's going to be empty. So dump here is going to be empty. And if it's empty, then we are going to show this list. So that's our role. So show this component when dump is empty. So when user selects the all or the empty selector, it's going to write to dump. And therefore, this list is going to read and show all properties because we have all properties showing. There's no filter here. We're going to remove this so that all properties should show. Now if we click here, all properties show. 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3+. So now what we're going to do is the same thing for each other selection. Again, I know it's cumbersome. I don't necessarily like this either, but it works. So for this one, we're going to do 1 bedroom. So so the user knows what they're getting. We're going to show 1. Okay. So we're going to go here. Now when dump is obviously the value 1 BR. That's our value here. See? This is our selector. So when exactly 1 BR shows up in dump because the user, because the user selected it here, then we're going to show this 1 BR list. Okay, so 1 BR, and obviously we have to now filter because we want to only show 1 BR. So we are going to filter by bedrooms when bedrooms equals 1. So that means this list is only going to show 1 bedrooms. So let's go here, and there it is. So we see that we're showing the user that we're showing 1 bedroom because they clicked this button, and we filtered this list as the 1 bedroom list. This list is the all list. Again, I know it's duplicated, but it is what it is. So again, let's do it for 2. Okay, so showing 2 bedrooms. Okay, same thing. When component dump is 2BR, we're going to show this list, and this list doesn't want to show 1 bedrooms. It wants to show 2 bedrooms. So we're going to show that and filter that. So we click here, bang, 2 bedrooms works. Obviously, 3 bedrooms isn't going to work because we didn't build it yet. So again, we're going to duplicate this again. We're going to do it for 3 bedrooms. So showing 3 bedrooms plus. That's going to show to our user. In case I didn't show where that is, that's just the title. So you can use whatever you want. It's just a space you can use to communicate with users. So show component when dump shows 3BR plus. That's our code here. See here? And it comes from here. That's our list, and from obviously right here, right from our database. Okay, just so you see where everything's coming from. So when user selected 3+ bedrooms, then we want to show with any bedrooms greater than or equal to 3. Okay, and there's no place to click away. Now that's hooked up. See how it works? So we can go and we can test our app. We'll refresh it, and it's going to work the exact same here. Well, it's going to work the same in our thing too. The load speed doesn't seem to be affected. So we've got all selected. They're all showing. 1 bedroom is showing. 2 bedroom is showing just 2. And 3 bedroom is just showing above 3 bedrooms. So again, our bedrooms number is right here. Okay, so to reiterate, our choice field is the buttons. Okay, so you have to make a separate column in your source sheet for what you want your buttons to say. Then we needed to create a place to dump because it wants to write. So we created a place to dump that selection into. And again, I know it sounds cumbersome. It's just the way we have to do it. So we wrote whatever is being selected to the dump file, and then we read off the dump file for each list, whatever the dump selection was. Now you'll see in here, this won't update immediately when you're watching the data from an editor view. It'll take maybe 2 to 5 seconds, but when the user uses it, as you can see, it's instant. Like there's no lag. So anyways, it took me a long time to grasp this. So hopefully showing how each of this, how this is all linked throughout all the sections of Glide helped you. So anyways, good luck.